Welcome everyone to Movie Talk with Justin. Justin here, and we're back with another review, my friends. Today we are going to be talking about the film Black Bag, which stars Michael Fassbender and Kate Blanchett, Naomi Harris, Tom Burke, and we also have Marissa Abuela. And without further ado, we're going to talk about story, characters, of course, a little bit of the plot, non-spoiler, of course. We are not going to spoil this film. We're going to talk of the acting, what I thought of the acting, what I thought about the direction and music, and then we'll give my final thoughts, my final grade. So without further ado, as always, I give you a brief synopsis. So here we go. When his beloved wife, Kathryn, is suspected of betraying the nation, intelligence agent George Woodhouse faces the ultimate test: loyalty to his marriage or his country. And friends, I'll have to say this. What I really like, I'm going to do this one a little bit different. I'm going to talk about my pros and my cons of what I thought about the film. My pros of this film here was that the concept was set up really well. I like the concept of a married couple who are both working for an intelligence agency. So you know there's going to be secrets here. And this is not a spoiler because it's in the trailer. And one of them is suspected of being a traitor, being a mole, or what, which I'm not going to go too deep into the plot, but one of them is um, being accused of being a traitor. And it's up to George to find out if his wife really is that traitor. And I like that concept because here's somebody that you love, and your job, both of your jobs, are to keep secrets. And one thing that I thought they did very, very well in this film, and this goes for the entire agency, which you'll learn about, is when they have to keep, when one of the couples, let's just say George asks Kathryn a question, Kathryn will reply black bag. And that's their way of saying that's classified information. Could you imagine yourself? Now put yourself in these characters' shoes. Could you imagine being in a marriage where a marriage is designed, a relationship is designed for everything to be out in the open, but you can't say anything about your mission or anything else? That's the one person and the one thing you can't, the person that you're really supposed to confine in, you can't really confine in. And I thought they did that concept very well. Unfortunately, the concept of that goes out the window, I would say, after 30 minutes, where they introduce a lot more of the side characters, take a lot more of the chewing time when it comes to that espionage thriller of who really is the mole, who's the traitor here. And I felt that was a little disappointing because I like the beginning of it where George was suspecting Catherine and he was starting to wonder, like, oh my God, this is the woman I love. Could she really be it? And they don't rely too heavy on that. You don't really see too much internal conflict in the relationship when it comes to something like that, where one might be suspecting of keeping a secret. Instead, it shifts a little bit more towards the other people in the agency, and they get a little bit more characterization, a little bit more screen time. And then I will have to also say that I felt that the ending kind of felt a little bit cheap, kind of wrapped up a little bit, especially after the buildup. I kind of felt the ending was a little bit disappointing. That being said, that doesn't mean that the film is bad. It's actually a pretty good, entertaining film. I just felt that the concept and what they were establishing in the early goings of the film kind of fell and took a back seat once they started to introduce and give a little bit more characterization on the side characters, which is not a bad thing. But I felt that the concept, especially from the trailer that we were sold, was going to be kind of this husband and wife cat and mouse game, which unfortunately we did not get here. But as far as the acting goes, if you're a fan of Michael Fassbender, if you're a fan of Kate Blanchett, then you are going to love the chemistry between these two actors. They deliver amazing work here, especially Michael Fassbender, who plays kind of this OCD type of character in George Woodhouse. And he is a perfectionist. Things are down to a T, and he needs things to be properly executed and things have to be done very well. He's very highly intelligent too. Really great performances here. And Kate Blanchett was amazing as this elusive, secretive, is she good? Is she bad, Catherine? What is she going to do? She was really great, especially her chemistry with Naomi Harris, who plays the therapist of the entire agency. She does a wonderful job as well. Overall, no complaints or anything really bad to say about the acting. The acting went very, very well. And as far as the direction goes, I think the direction was really well done as well. The film is beautifully shot here with some really good use of color palettes, especially when it comes to the indoor, the exterior, and interior scenes as well. There's just, especially when they're in the house, there's just the way the lighting was set up, especially this dinner table scene in here where all the agents, where the ones that everybody's being suspected, all the people who are suspected are having dinner with Kathryn and George. And they had this particular scene. The way it's shot just really adds to the tension, intensity here. And I thought it was really beautifully shot here. As far as the music goes, music score is another good thing, especially if you're looking for a theme or a score that it's really complementing the tone. It has some really good scores here, especially one of my favorite scores is actually when Michael Fassbender's character George is there's this one scene where he has to hack and the way the percussion is, the strings, the piano, it's just really tenses up everything. So I'm gonna go into my final score here, and if you see my previous video with movie talks with Justin, we do either see it in the theaters, wait for Blu-ray or streaming, or skip it altogether. I'm going to give Black Bag a wait for it to hit streaming or Blu-ray. It is a good film, but I felt that the concept of the cat and mouse for a husband and wife angle wasn't really living up to what was advertised here. It is a good film. It's still a great film, especially with Kate Blanchett and Michael Fassbender. I thought they did a really wonderful job. I just kind of felt that I wanted to see a little bit more conflict between those two characters, especially from what was being built up. We don't really see too much conflict in here. There's suspicion, but I would love to see a little bit more dramatic. Maybe characters shouting at each other, a little bit more meat on the bones with this. And this is going to end my review. This is Movie Talk with Justin. What do you think of Black Bag? Comment below. Let me know if you like what we do here. And if you'd like to see more, please hit the like button, subscribe button, notification bell. I'll be back with another review with Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. So stay tuned for that. Later days, my friends. Catch you on the next one.